Yeah, good evening. Welcome to the program, Web version of Flip TV. Yes, today's special day. God has made that we just be glad in it. Yes, the 7th of December. We are going to be having this program. Yes, Web Watch on Flip TV. If you want to be part of the program, yes, you can comment. We are looking at viral topics, reports, popular reports online, and we'll discuss. I'm Christian Chiku, and with me I have
Zubi Glad. Welcome to Web Watch. Happy birthday, Chris.
Yeah,
I am Adini.
I love you. I love you for that.
Oh, wow. Welcome to Web Watch. Happy birthday, Mr. Chris.
Yeah, you put Mr. You put Mr. You know when you person use Mr. for you, he's going to.
He's going to. Yeah, he has a destination.
You say what?
So I'm Olajide Taufik Olamide. Welcome to Web Watch.
Yeah. Me and Olajide we are celebrating the same frequency. But they asked him one question that he should do.
Just the way Mr. He did his own today.
Wait, calm down.
Stingy man.
See, be calming down.
Okay.
Be calming down.
That's why you like it to be.
That's
Wow,
violence.
This one.
Oh God.
Violence pro max.
You know, some people that follow P2B, they're not following him because he's a good person, but say that we don't give shit. That's what some people are just.
You know, say even the December now, you know, good make person the day into relationship.
Now why you go enter a relationship with December?
And you go break up with your babe because December don't reach.
Now
P2B people.
Okay, let's start. Yesterday we were supposed to do this Tinubu at Chatham House. We are going to repeat what we were supposed to do yesterday. And we're sorry for that break. Issues with data in Nigeria, and yeah, there are so many things that we need to put right in the country. Okay, we'll be looking at P2B yesterday in Imo State, and some people were raising concerns that those people, is it KC,
Imoni, Cubana Chief Priest.
Yeah, they're raising concerns that they are Tinubu boys and they are supporting P2B.
Are they Tinubu boys?
Somehow
they have not really come out
they
to
have
say.
They have been supported. I know of Casey's brother.
Yeah, Imoni. Yes.
They have been supported by Tinubu. And so APC, the politics of the thing, people are saying that.
I said something on this show. Wasn't the last week when Tinubu went to visit them? Odumejo was there. Yuledoche was there. Kanayo, the likes of Imoni, Casey, they were even singing and vibing together. So I was like, you guys should tell me, how possible is it that these people who actually, you understand? But then, see what happened in Imo State yesterday. We are still looking though. They are only OB we know. That's what they were saying, stuff like that. The video is there.
This is actually not being tribalistic, but I feel like these people actually support their own. Because that's how Igbo people behave, like they support their own.
Igbo people behave
fully.
Well,
no, I don't think Igbo people support their own.
Igbo don't support their own.
If you see people that speak against their kings, that's why there's this thing they said Igbos they are not one. So Igbo, if that P2B, there's something he will do now, he'll just change that for them
instantly. It
is only in Igbo you see a governor speaking against his brother who is a presidential candidate. That is from the same state. Soludo. Speaking against an Ohanese and this IPOB thing. Yes, this one will say this one, that one will say this one. But you see, in the southwest, even with Yoruba Nation, those that will say this one, they will keep quiet.
Yes, they are not fighting each other.
They will not come out in the debate. But Igbos, I've always said, like, I'm an Igbo girl. I always tell people, like, why don't we just respect ourselves and like ourselves and support ourselves? But Igbos, no. They don't see. If they don't like you, they don't like you. And there's nothing you can do about it.
There's nothing. And they don't send you.
They don't send you.
Wherever you're coming from.
Even if you're their blood, like you are my blood, they don't care. That's who they are.
So if they stand for this, they are going to stand with you.
Yeah.
Yes. If they're against you, they will let you
know. If it's going to be an Oshibajo, some people will stand with Oshibajo against any other thing.
Anything else. No matter what you give them, they are not coming back.
If it were an Ojus or Kalu that is a Labour Party, nobody, majority of these people supporting Labour Party will not support an Ojus or Kalu, will not support an Umahi, will not support Uzodema. Call any other person, we will not support them. But they feel, they feel that P2B is somebody that at least they can put their trust in. So it's not like Igbo they must support their own. Even the KC, YC and all of them, if they do anyhow, They can change it for them there on that.
Oh God.
So people are saying that I didn't respond to that. What I would say about that is that if God places you in any position, no matter how, you must help somebody.
Of course.
So it is not your power. It is the position that God has put you. So don't use that as politics to play against when we need good leadership. Because I know of the fact that the case himself, they were boys. They're in Lagos now. Because he was a musician, they're in Lagos. So they had some deals, and there was a level playing ground for them to come out. And if you look at all of them, they are all in a clique. You know, when rich men come together in a clique, there's something that is making them successful. There's a connection they have. So they have this connection all around them. That's why. But no matter what, I think people in that place will support Peter.
See, no matter the clique or whatever, there's something being an Igbo person that I know, right? Like there's something I know about these people, these Igbo people. See, they are this kind of people, I believe, from my opinion, they are this kind of people that if they want to do something, they will do it, even if it means you coming for them later. They are this kind of people, they have a mind of their own. Yes. They have a mind of their own, and they will not care the repercussion, what will come out after it. They are able, they will be like, whatever it is, we'll face it. Now, once person they die, no be 2 times. They are those kind of people.
Look at Joe Igbokwe, he's an Igbo person in Lagos. Now, supporting Tinubu. He no send Anambra people. He no send anybody. Look at Uzodinma in Imo State. Despite all the backlash against him, like they are going to do this, he no send anybody. So an Igbo man will want to be rational in what he's doing. So if he supports you, He's not sentiment, because you know one thing I see the politics people play, because I'm an Igbo person, so I need to speak up now, is that before they said Igbo are not one, they're not united, they cannot bring the president. Now a president come and somehow they align with that president, they say you're tribalistic. Which one will you follow?
They said it to Yoruba people too. It's just a game of the politicians and elites. From my own view, I believe that all those meetings and stuff that they did is just like business deal. They've been doing this thing right before this 2023 election. So someone that you have been business partners with, now you can't say, okay, you don't want to support this person against. You know that your business is at stake. Yeah. Like this, and this election now is just a day election, and they'll declare the winner, and you go back to the business table again. So we do forfeit 4 years for 1 day. And what if that your person that you said you believe in enters the place, and the playing ground, the constitution, the house, they don't let the person to function? Now you will lose on 2 ends. You will lose your business, and also the promises that the person said he would do, he will not be able to carry it out. So I just believe that everything is just politics. They are just playing the masses. It's just business as usual. They will come here, you know, balance their cash book here. Okay, I'll earn this money, I'll do this thing. Then they go to the other side too. They say, okay, we are for you.
Jonathan, when he lost the election, that day they announced Buhari. When they even got wind of the result before they announced it, they now they decamp now.
You see.
Now for that place.
They decamp.
Okay, you know, say now this man. Oh yeah.
Decamp. Politicians.
So it's just about interest. I don't believe they represent the people. All these influencers, they represent their interest.
The people should just stand on their own. These influencers, they are on their own to play another ball game entirely. We the people should just hold ourselves in one place and just vote for our conscience.
Even though they represent their interests, I believe that at this point, irrespective of what happens, we should be able to come out to vote our conscience and to do what is needful, what is right. Course. Because even if you want to because of what you're going to gain afterwards and all of that, and what about when you're not there anymore? What happens to the generation after you? You know, these are things that we also need to consider, and that's just a fact. Yeah. But I believe that no matter what, though, you know, these people, I still maintain my stance that these people, they have a mind of their own, and even if they are because there is this clique and whatever, I believe they've already, you know, there's how people do things. They'll be like, okay, if this thing doesn't happen this way, that means we have to find another route. We have to strategize to create another channel. Even if it's not from you, we'll be able to stand on our own, even if you will do the worst to us. You understand? So I believe that no matter what happens, they know what they are doing.
Of course.
They definitely know what they are doing.
Okay, let's not forget we had the PDP rally. And from comments and what we saw, online. I was not there live, but from those that went there, they were not really impressed with the crowd that
The
was
PDP?
there. Yeah, in Lagos
Yeah.
State.
In
They're
Lagos
not really
State.
impressed with the crowd. That nowadays now election is about crowd.
Yes.
The one you pull in your
Even the crowd that came safe, I believe that the crowd is even rented crowd. I
Rent-
saw a video, yes, I saw a video on Twitter when those people were lamenting. The person who said he's from Ifakoja, a local government, he was lamenting that they didn't give them anything. They promised that they would give them money, they would give them food. When they were coming back, they were inside the bus, they were not lamenting that these people are scammed. Something like that. He said he's from, even show his face like this, that he's from the Ifakoja, a local government area. That PDP scams, this and that. I saw the image, the aerial view. I was just like, should they beg these people when they come here? I mean,
See, it is not just only PDP. Most of these political parties, they know how they get their crowds. Just make it look like people
as
are
if they have people
lost,
support.
You understand? They know how they get. But it's only for now, for the meantime, based on what we are seeing, based on what we are seeing on the internet. There is only one political party that I don't think that they rent crowd.
No, they
that
should.
much.
They would. See.
You understand? You know, these other people. See, I like. There's something that I imagined. Like I thought about. Okay, let's say a particular presidential candidate or a particular candidate that is vying for an elective position is coming to a particular, let's say, state for campaign, and then almost everybody is wearing uniform. You don't understand? Like I think about it. Like how did they do that? Is it that they call the village or they ring bell to the state and tell them how we have to come and collect clothes and so that everybody will be in uniform? That is a concern to me, and they are doing it like every 4 years they do it, and they don't know that they are making people to believe that they are paying these people.
of course,
You understand? So if I say that kind of thing, I'm not always moved because I see that they don't buy them. Shamana go do after 2 hours na colon na money go na house. That's just how I see it. Like I said before, it's only one political party for now. We don't know. Probably they do it and then they will not wear uniform like others do. They only come out and they will just be cheering. Okay, when P2B was in Imo State yesterday, someone made a post on Twitter. The person said, unlike the other political parties, you will see something like Waka Shege when the candidate is passing. This is the only candidate that they are hailing. Everybody's even blocking him just to make sure that they touch him as if he's, Jesus Christ, right? Like touching the hem of his garment, Only that particular candidate. I'm not in support of anybody.
I hope Nigerians don't repeat what they did to Buhari, because when Buhari was there, they saw him as the Messiah. I hope we not repeat what happened with Buhari. But
But seriously, did they really see Buhari as Messiah? Like in the Southwest? Because
Of
in the
course.
Southeast, there's something like that happened, as a matter of fact. I don't know where the Messiah they see, except in the Southwest too.
And the North.
And the North. In the Southeast, Chris. Okay, you were in Lagos. I was in the East. I saw the election. They didn't see him as anything. As a matter of fact, they didn't really vote him like that. They were still voting for Jonathan.
They wouldn't they wouldn't sell Buhari to the Southeasterners like that. Because they know they have the numbers in the North. Even if the other regions, if we just hold ourselves like Yoruba vote for Yoruba, Hausa vote for Hausa, Igbo vote for Igbo, Hausa will continue to win the election flat. So they didn't bother coming there. They were just like, let's just go to these Yoruba people. Then we hold ourselves. We win these two places, we will win.
Southerners, we are the ones killing ourselves. Because I remember when Jonathan was on seat, you understand? The southeast and south, they were still there like, let this man just finish. But the southwest, they were just like, no, we don't want again. We want how they even put it? Baba, how they put that word that time?
Buhari,
say Baba. And even though I didn't know much about politics the way I have the idea now, I was just like, okay, why don't these people from this region that call themselves South just come and stay? Okay, just support this man. Let him finish. Maybe they used to do like, you must finish your 8 years. Why don't they stay with this man? Let him finish his 8 years. Let's see what is going to happen. Why are they against themselves? Why are Southern people always against themselves? And that was the problem I believe that they had. And it's still happening again now. The Southerners, they are just divided, while the Northerners, I believe, they are together, and they're playing this game properly.
The Northerners are not together.
Is that what you think?
They've chained their people down. They can't be, you can't put wise people in the same box and expect them to think the same way. There will be people that will be thinking outside the box, like, no, this policy should be done like this. Why don't we do that? So their mouth will not be together, just like the Southerners here.
But
They don't there.
where do you understand
See,
that
this man,
how elections are won in this country? Why don't we just
this man, see this man Adodogua.
right.
There was a video by Hassan Adodogua that said it's either they vote for APC or you will deal with them.
Yeah,
Can you come to Southwest? Can you come to Southwest and tell Yoruba that even you are Yoruba, see they will swear for you, they will stone you on that stage. Or go to Southeast and say if you don't vote, I will flog you.
has done something similar to that.
If you not say if you don't vote, we will deal with you.
To their own
they will talk back. People will talk back that like what are you saying? People will get angry. That are you the one feeding me? Are you the one giving me oxygen? How can you say I won't vote for you? Yeah, do your worst. But they couldn't do anything. They will just feel they've succumbed to the pressure and they can't even break it. It will be hard for them to break out of that shackles that they have been for so many years.
Okay, yes, our viewers, if you're watching, please, you can be part of the program. You can comment and we read it out so that we know that you are with us. Yes, Chukwemeka Kamara say, Christian, why saying this? Does P2B look like him? When I said that the way people are doing P2B now, that was the way.
See, exactly. I used to think
that P2B will go to people and tell you this is what I'm going to do. But Buhari didn't go to people. They had people that did that for him.
Yes.
Even Tinubu was outspoken at that point in time. One naira to $1.
Yeah. I actually think there is no president that wouldn't be aspiring to do good before they get to this position of power. But probably when they get there, all the fine ideas that you have does not correlate with Nigeria's constitution, and you must work with the constitution. And the house too as well. That is where the law is being made. You can't do veto as this is democracy, it's not military, whereby you just say this is what I want to do today. No, you take it to the house, they will debate. At times, if you don't bribe them, they won't do your bidding. They will just scatter out the plan. You can come up with a very beautiful plan. They will change it and crash it there. They will say you are not their party member. They will crash that plan. They will now be bringing up all kind of useless bills. They will now sponsor it with money. Some people now say, okay, if you support it, say A or say N or something. So at times, that is where the power lies. Not even on the major presidents. Go.
That is why I see that house, but they need to.
Is that house?
They need to shuffle them, like serious shuffling.
New people.
Yes.
Okay, let's move on to the Chatham House. Let's not go in. Let's go outside. Something happened outside. We have that man with white baby. We always wear brown coats. That man. That guy, he like brown coat though.
Yeah. That's the trademark.
His shoe is brown. There's one time on social media they had to show his shoe. Like see the person they fight for freedom.
Trust Nigerians.
Wow.
Oh God.
So that scenario was very funny, where he carried his placard, white placard. I thought sometimes when you do something, you write it very so that people can see. So I was straining my eyes to see what they are saying here.
Do you even know that this man actually said something on Twitter 2 days ago? Was it yesterday? He said, Tinubu people will never forget what we did. We showed them shaggy. I'm like, shaggy.
I didn't say any shaggy yet.
Like for real. That's what he said on Twitter. I was like, wow. Like, is that another video apart from the one I watched? I mean, there's another one. He always has a way of making himself feel okay.
He just wants to be
Some people even thought I was campaigning for Tinubu.
It was actually
on your man.
Yes, now.
I see what's happening here. So this
they
guy
were really pushing him. Like at some point, they overshadowed him. I couldn't even see him again, except the brown coat, of course.
Let's look at that crowd that was outside. You think they really were supporting, or is it
the crowd was divided? I saw the full video. Some part of the crowd were Yoruba. They were shouting Yoruba Nation with the flag.
They all come together.
Some were there. The same Yoruba were shouting on your mandate we shall stand. Some were there shouting Tinubu is a thief. See, they were just doing different things there. Just confused themselves.
Just imagine that was in Nigeria. I even saw some white.
If it was in Nigeria, they will fight or they will injure themselves there.
I saw some white people there too. They were just looking and be like, in this country people, are they really okay?
Are they okay? Imagine.
Why is it with us then?
Well, let's go inside. Buhari spoke at the Chatham House 2019, and when I watched it, he answered the questions posed at him. He did not delegate responsibilities to other persons. So now, the way I looked at it before, somebody said that Tinubu is a team player. So wherever he goes with his team. Goes with people. Then someone has said again that in a group there's a leader. So they believe that you are capable. That's why they put you there. So whatever that is coming, you need to. Number two, if you are going for an interview, if they ask you a question, because it's like an interview for you becoming the president of the country.
Of course.
If they ask you a question, will you delegate it to another person?
No.
So let's look at this analogy. A team player who allows everybody to come on board and let's solve this issue. Someone also said that it is only when you are in authority that you can delegate responsibility.
Of course.
Not when you are not the president.
Mm-hmm.
Let me bring you close to the president, then you now delegate authority. Let's talk on this. Because they asked the question, say, this one will be for Erufai. This one will be for Alake. Alake, I think, is the commissioner in Lagos State.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This one will be for Ben Ayade.
Mm-hmm.
That is the governor of Cross River. Now, Erufai, he says you answer security question.
Yeah.
Bandits in Kaduna State, as a governor, it has proliferated, like it has increased.
Yes.
So he could not handle insecurity
in his own state.
So he's coming to answer a question on how you are going to do insecurity in the whole
Nigeria.
Why didn't the candidate himself answer all the questions?
He's a team player.
You know, what kind of team player? Because you've not even. I understand the fact that he's very, very, very optimistic of his winning next year's election, just like every other candidate is. You understand? I saw something that he posted. He said that he is the only person qualified, that others are not.
And he said he has never lost any election.
Yeah, he has never lost any election before. Well, like I said before, 2020, next year is going to tell, because I believe that next year is coming with a whole lot of things. Nigerians of that time, Nigeria of that time is not the Nigeria of now. Nope. Everyone have opened their eyes. We know better now. So coming down to what you asked before, like seriously, someone who the state, okay, there is an adage that says, someone who is whose house is on fire doesn't need to chase rats. Erufai's house is on fire, and he's coming out to come and speak on what he cannot control in his own state. That's a very big problem, and that's one of the things that we Nigerians should look at. Now, a candidate has not won the election yet, and he's already delegating responsibilities to people. So what happens when he enters the seat?
I think he believes that candidate believes he's so sure that he's going to win the election.
That's why I said that next year, a lot of things. See,
but I think things will shift. Why I said about the election, like God will surprise people.
A lot. There will be surprises next year. I'm so confident about it. I don't know why I'm confident about it though, because the way some of these candidates, the way they are just, as in all of them, coming from the nobody is least among them, but let me just use the word, from the least to the top person. The way they are just coming up with this whole thing, and I'm like, okay, and they're making it look like Nigerians, whatever you guys do, it's none of our business. We know how we're going to get into the seat of power, and then, should I say, naive, we are just there looking at them, laughing, clapping hands and all of that. And this would, they are already pushing so hard, making all the preparations. With your vote or without your vote, they are, some of them are so certain that they are going to enter that seat no matter what. A particular candidate said that he's going to win the election no matter how. It doesn't matter anyhow, he's going to enter that seat. It's a very big problem for us in this country, because it's not as if we are sitting back and allowing soap to enter our eyes even when we are inside water. That's how I see it.
Well, okay. That's
what I think about that interview is that, as a reporter, as an interviewer, your interviewee will always want to play some kind of games. So it is left for you to stand your ground. I see that interview as a personality interview, where you just call a celebrity and you ask him kind of questions to rub his ego and paint him as a very good person. Are you even sure that they've not already
told them this is what we are coming to ask you in case or
something like that?
It
should be an adversarial interview, whereby even your interviewee, it would not even be, you won't give him room for breathing space. Ask this person, okay, what do you have to say about this? What would you do about this? When this person, when your interview tries to delegate the question, you tell him, you are aspiring to be the president. You are not on the seat of power yet. So you are to answer this question by yourself. You are not allowed to delegate it. If you wanted to talk to those people, we would have called them. So you will be the one to answer the question. So I would blame the reporter as well, as much as I would blame him for trying to dodge those questions. See that person, that interviewer, I would just say it's just personality interview. They are not there to scrutinize him. They just want to rub his ego. Just maybe
some of these governors that are just following the presidential candidates of APC up and down. Like, I don't understand. Like, okay, something happened in Kaduna State recently where a Labour Party women leader was killed.
Yeah.
And then the killers, they've not even like unraveled those behind the killing, arrested them. You understand? And you are busy following a presidential candidate because of probably if he enters into power, he's going to give me this position once I leave the governorship seat. You know, like they just behave as if I don't know, but I think we've grown past this level that we are in this country,
like
and Nigerians needs to open up their eyes at this point.
Like what this man said, he said is the uncertainty of retirement from politics is what is keeping crimes in the country, because you're uncertain of what will happen when you retire from this office. Like what's going to happen
To what?
Like
to the person?
Yeah, to the person. Like, which office am I going to? If I should leave this office now, where am I going to go? So I think that's why they are trying to like lead to one particular person. Like, oh, if I should be with this person, definitely if you should enter into position, it's going to give me this post.
For goodness sake, the money you've looted alone, it should be enough for you.
It's never enough for them. That's
their
It's
problem.
not even about looting. You see, you didn't fall from the sky and drop inside that position of leadership.
You understand? Yeah.
You were doing something before you enter this post. Then after they go back to what you have been doing.
Do you know, the funny truth is that some of them, they weren't, let's say they weren't even doing anything. Let's say the governor of Kaduna State, Nasir Rufai, you don't enter my trap today anyways. You understand? Let's say the son now.
Okay.
Let's say the son is advisor. I don't know what the son is, right? Let's say he's an advisor. And then the father leaves the position. So what do you think happens to him? Who is going to be like whose advisor is he going to be now?
The son?
I'm just saying, like Governor Nasir Rufai, right? Let's say his special advisor is his son.
Okay.
You understand? And then the father's tenure is almost up. Like he's already leaving. And if the father leaves, that
the
means
son will leave as well.
Yeah, so being that he just finished school and they get in that position, you know, they do anything before now. So I believe that that's what is happening to them. Because they were errand boys to a particular politician who now gets into power, now elevates them. So when that person leaves, that means their own has finished. They have to like cling on to somebody else so that they can maintain the money that they are getting. That's what I feel.
Okay. Yes, we have some people commenting. Let's look at what they are saying. Samuel Unang says, Nigerians see the warning signs of failed leadership. Tinubu, like Buhari, who dodged debate interviews. He says, I blame 200 million Nigerians which allow these criminals, APC, PCP, to use and dump us Nigerians. We use every 4 years. They use us every 4 years. Wake up. Can Peter B delegate questions? Never. Okay. Let's still move on to other reports that we have. The Naira policy that is biting hard. Now, companies, individuals, POS says, they say they are going to go on strike. POS people.
Yes, it's enough. It's can never.
Wow, are you sure like that can they really go on strike?
No, they are losing their jobs, so they will be prompted to go on strike.
It can't favor them at all.
We will prompt them to go on strike because that policy has just destroyed the POS.
Exactly.
But somebody said that some of these guys that store this money at home, they go to POS and give the POS money.
Okay.
So from that, the money can go to the bank.
It could be true somehow.
So they might take it like, okay, let me take 1 billion
And give it to about
in this
50 POS guys.
Lagos State, 1 billion in Lagos State. I'll create a pact. You understand with you. Even giving you the money, you use that money and make gain.
Yes.
Even though
money would when the money to yield
within 1 month, you will result. But you understand? You get what I'm saying. So that's what they say. So now they want to reduce it to the BS minimum. That how much you can even make in PS in a day can be 300 naira. Because 20,000 naira that you're going to withdraw,
It's 300.
it's 200 or 250.
God damn. This is bad. Like, I don't know, is that the best they can actually come up with? Is that the best they can come up with? They want to
So I
corruption. Is that the
expect
best they can come up
now
with?
the Senate has said that they will sit on this. So probably they might lift it up from 100,000 a week to 300,000 a week.
Something like that. That's
From
20,000 is too
to like-
small.
It's too small. 20,000
At least like
a day.
50,000 naira. What's 20,000? So see, this policy, I don't think it was made for the elite. It was made for the masses.
No,
Do you
it's
expect?
made for the elite. If you have money,
How is it made for
look
the
at how
elite?
it is now.
Okay.
The limit you can withdraw cash is 20,000. Election is tomorrow, and I want to buy votes. So in a week, I can see 100,000 to withdraw. Then 500,000 for How much vote will you buy with 500,000?
Do you think those elite will be using Sky Bank, First Bank,
What bank will they be using?
Do you think they can have ATM in their house?
We have Naira.
And
We have Naira design there.
Mm-hmm.
So all the monies need to go into the bank.
Oh, so you so much trust this system of Nigerian government to that extent.
You might not.
Do you know that this money, this new Naira?
So you think the governor? Okay, so you think a governor of a state will be collecting? So you think a governor of a state now or a senator will not be able to collect more than 20,000 naira in a day?
It's not possible.
It is not. It's not possible.
Transfer. You
It's not possible.
Transfer.
So you think the governor? Okay, if you want to transfer 10 million naira now, so you pay 1 million to the bank. That is 10%. Or the person will forfeit 5 million naira to the bank.
Cash. You can do transfer. No, that is not. Doesn't have. It's cash. You can't hold cash.
So if the person want to collect 10 million or 5 million during, okay, let's just say election time.
Okay, let's say
if the person wants to collect 100 million, you will forfeit 10 million to the bank. See, this thing is just made for the masses. It's very, very pure. We've seen so many. See, there's impunity everywhere.
Christian somehow here because in this community, you know how they do in this country. They always buy votes.
They will still buy votes. Nigeria,
it won't be
difficult, and they can trace them.
How will it be difficult?
Guys, don't do their job.
Do you think the current administration would work against its own people trying to come into the seat of power? Do you think they will work against them?
Let's look at this from this angle.
Okay.
The policy is a good policy. Fighting corruption, hoarding of Naira notes, and also vote buying. Whether they will implement it or not, that is left to them.
Implementation is zero.
That is left to them. Now we have the redesign.
Okay.
Limitation on spending money is there. Then there's a date that if you don't bring all the money into the bank, the money is as good as useless.
Yeah.
So if somebody still hold their cash because they cannot see 100,000 naira, they can see 100,000 a week and they hold their cash, they don't go to the bank again. So they can be spending more than 100,000. Then there is a deadline 31st that money, if you don't return it to the bank, it will be useless. So it's almost they set two traps for them. So I hope Buhari, the government of the day, I don't use APC government, the government of the day, they implement it. And if you are doing transaction, they can monitor you.
Of course.
So if you are going to say 10%, you now bring 100 million. They can monitor that transaction because in central bank, when it gets to million, you need to approve central bank. They must get approval.
Yeah, like you say, it's actually is a good policy, but then if they will follow it the way they've laid it.
I mean, what I want is that after election, you should scrap the policy.
I think the policy is
they should scrap it after election.
After election, you should scrap the policy. The policy is just
the new government.
Definitely, see, the new government is going to come up with a new. That's just that. You know, in this country, they always come up with their own what will favor their
policy.
government.
That's just
you know, but I feel that is a good one at this point, so that the vote buying can reduce. But even at that, they will still make transfer to people.
But actually, don't think this present government will work against.
If you want to buy somebody votes now, how do you transfer the money?
Are you sure they will not come with POS on that?
POS that you cannot withdraw.
You make transfer then. You make transfer.
From POS.
No, it will be too obvious. They won't want it to be too obvious that they are buying this thing.
Do you know why I'm saying this? Because, well, I don't know. They said they've changed there's a new system of this thing now. I don't know. The last one I witnessed though, you know, there is the POs, the polling unit officers, the APOs. You know they pay these people.
Of course.
And then they use core members. Of course they pay them. So they can also, you understand, the way they do it. And you know, these people, they have also people that work with them as well. You know,
there's a thought for there's a movement that, you know, they give she movement on ground. So all those things might be exposed. You know, social media now, everybody's smarting.
That's
it's not about exposure. It's about the institution that would nail these people. How many people have been ever arrested that this person bought vote from this person sold vote? Do you see them sentencing them to, okay, this person has been sentenced to 14 years of imprisonment because of vote buying? See, it's just them. See, I don't even trust this system at all because I don't believe that a government will fight against its own people trying to come into the same government. You won't fight against your successor that you want to install. I think all these things is just a game against the opposition side. And if they actually do this thing in the west here, in the southern part, how effective is it in the northern part? And those not are the voting bloc. How effective is it there? See all those people now that are in abject poverty, about all the entire northwest and northeast, that they don't even know anything about education. How would they do transfer on phone? They will still be working with cash. If you travel there now, even after January 9, you see people holding you a huge amount of cash. It's only South here that they use agidi to cash. That's just
even if they want to, like, they won't be able to give out the amount
they want to give
they are
out.
supposed
In
to.
the southern part, yeah.
To be limited.
In the southern part,
Even
yeah.
in the north.
Those people, how many of those people that they said they are in abject poverty? One, if you are in poverty, you cannot even use phone safe. They are not even using browsing phone like that on like the southern part. If you look at the technological rate, north versus south, it's very high.
The BVS is going to be used there.
See, I understand that one. That one it will work directly. But you see these phones, this southern part, we are actually like more enlightened than the northern part. So will these people be doing transfer of 20 K? They will still be working with cash. They are farmers. They are those people selling cows.
Yeah, they work with
still working with this cash.
Get the point here. They will work with cash definitely, but it won't be the amount of cash that they were supposed to.
They will still be working with it. They are the floating block.
It won't be
They are the floating block already.
First, now, if you don't bring all the cash into the bank, the cash is useless.
It will
The
be
new
reduced.
Naira, no, they
I
use.
know.
Reduced.
So you think they work against their people? Me, I don't trust the system because they've not proven themselves to be trusted. They are not trustworthy at all. So I don't trust any process they do. If they do it in the front like this, go to the newspaper or TV to announce it. But at the backyard, they've given their people, okay, you take this amount of money, you take this one. Now our opponent will go use and strike. It's just game plan.
Like
That's what I just believe. That's just it.
That's something.
That's why I just see it.
That will favor Nigerians will come out of it.
Okay, the ban in ICPC net for massive fraud. Let's look at that.
Yeah, he asked earlier today, why didn't they arrest the government officials that was?
They only mentioned his name now
because he's a figure. You know, one thing about social media is that you know, if you are going to sell in journalism, it's about prominence.
You will use that person.
He's going to garner more views. If you mention one official that is not popular, he might not gather views. But since the band is involved,
they use the band to sell the stories.
So people are like surprised. Empower since 2016.
And I also heard that the account that this beneficiary, the account is linked to his. So probably that's why.
I asked for administrative bail. Bail in the sense that yes, I accept that this is happening. Just let me have my freedom when you are investigating.
Okay.
So they refused him. They said, if we give you this bill, we might not be able to. When we call you again, since you have been hiding, hiding.
He even told them that
his international passport.
That he has a concert in outside the country too.
So he has been dodging them. That's why they did not give him that administrative bill. If they find him guilty, it's unfortunate. Empower was supposed to empower a lot of people.
Yeah.
And we heard of Empower, like, no, federal government scams, blah 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 blah. Now they
when I finished school, like a lot of links, you get, and I even registered at some point, but they're saying batch A is coming, batch B is coming, batch this is coming. I still they wait till today as I sit down here like this. I'm still waiting for probably batch C1.
Okay, let's look at former Christian Assembly of Nigerian President, chairman, and president of PFN, the Executive Fellowship of Nigeria, Oris Jafo, has divorced his wife for 25 years.
Damn. Why?
25 years.
Why? What's the
infidelity, neglection? Well,
he accused her of infidelity.
No, we are waiting for them to come out with the full detail. What about my husband and wife? There are things might hide, but very soon the details will come out. But divorcing your wife as a Christian, divorcing your wife at that stage just shows that you're not a Christian.
25 years.
Like I said before,
like can't chairman no.
Damn.
Divorce is never an option. Wow. Never an option, and would never be. Even like I said before, I was talking when I heard about it. I told you something. What is happening to us is just this social media, whatever. I always say it is this social media, because imagine my parents that have stayed for like this year should be 33 years of my parents now. And then my mom wakes up one day and says, you know, my papa fake. I don't know. But imagine that kind of, dear madam, he's 70 apple. You know, stuff like that. Then because they feel that, they made it in a way like, it now looks like it's actually nothing. You know, you can actually, you know, people have, you know, no matter what they say, you know, stuff like that is a problem. Divorce is never an option. Never. Except when there is a threat to life. But as a cleric, what would you even consider it?
Well, I think we don't.
25 years.
I think we shouldn't just judge him like that.
Exactly.
Because for someone to actually tread the path for 25 years and suddenly say he's not going again,
exactly.
they need to really sit them down, let him just pour out his mind, like what has been going on. See, we've never been married. See, we've never been married. See, there are some things that
at least we'll say with married people. Married is never easy. It's never easy.
There are some things.
I saw my parents like, okay, they definitely there will be misunderstanding, but you know, there's always for 25 years. 1 year, 2 years for 25 years. How many years is remaining?
People are very different, and
again,
there are some things. Don't judge him like that. See, he's a pastor, but he's also a human being. His blood that is running in his body. Aside being a pastor or being a prophet or a alpha or anything, you are first of all a human being. You have emotions. So, God, I can't even understand. 25 years is just a long time.
How frequent have you seen imams divorcing?
Maybe they don't post it on social media, because first thing I would first of all say is that they don't even need to bring it to social media at all. If there's a big problem that it can lead to divorce, just do it on the low key, based on agreement. Okay, we are not moving again, but you can still actually, you don't need to even get angry at each other, because the 25 years is just too long.
See,
you don't need to bring it to social media. We start judging now. You say because
divorce.
Yeah.
Just separate. You can let me start my own for now. Stay on your own. But you see that word divorce is never an option.
This Yoruba actor,
someone is looking up.
His wife came out I think a few days ago to say they've been separated now for the past 9 years and nobody knew about it.
Exactly.
I think we should just try and do it on a low, because people will now come out and start firing you, and you are this thing, you are not supposed to do it. But forgetting that you are also a human being, you have your emotions that you are dealing with.
Like I said before, divorce is never an option. They need to. There is something very big.
What do you think? Let's get.
I think for the man to actually say after 25 years, for the man to say he's not doing again, we need to hear from the man.
Something must
we need to hear from that man.
We also need to hear from the man.
The man and the woman would sit down like this and pour out their mind.
But for goodness sake, I don't know how I'm going to look
because
at
before they would divorce, the man would have called the elders, like something like this. What can I do? He would have seek for so many opinion. Okay, what should I do to amend this situation? You can't be going through something for 25 years and not try to amend it. Probably they've tried to amend this thing. But it is not working.
Exactly. I know
and they keep on like let's push it until they couldn't push anymore. So probably two of them felt like, whoa, we are done. Let's just go our separate ways.
And women can be very manipulative.
They are not just ordinary Christians. They are leaders.
I don't want us to judge them. They are also human beings.
See,
I don't want us to judge them like that. See, it's not even about women. It might be from the man. It might be from the woman, and it might be from both of them. So I think people should just let them don't escalate the issue. They can still come back together.
Exactly.
The fact that they've said they are going separate ways, they can still reconcile again.
It's not separate
come back.
They divorce.
They can still come back together.
Oh my goodness.
They can still come back together.
Okay, there's a revelation. The band named government officials involved. Yes, singer Oladapo Iwanji, popularly known as the band, has been arrested, detained by Independent Corrupt Practices and Related Offences Commission. His arrest. Some Nigerians on Twitter have demanded that the ICPC name the government official. Okay, they are telling ICPC to name the government officials involved. You know, typical of Nigerian society and our people, they don't really, even those that want that Navy ship, Boko Haram sponsors.
We don't know them.
People that kill Abela, they know them. They don't name them.
People that kill Bolagi, we don't know them. Oh no, people that kill this man in Lagos here, what's his name? This man that wanted to be governor.
Funsho Williams.
Funsho, don't know them till today.
So that is the Nigerian.
They also unknown. That's just.
We respect the ICP. You know, if they may want to name them, it might be people that are not that influential in the force in the government. Boko Haram sponsors, they know that somebody revealed. Malafia said the leader of Boko Haram is a governor. So why don't you name?
This person Toji Belu, he said this. He said they are not ready to end banditry, that they are making money from it. But he said why he used to attack these people in the villages, that he has reached an agreement with the government. He said if they want peace, he will not kill anybody again. But they don't want peace. That is why. He said once they attack him, he attacks those people. We have reached agreement that I won't do this thing again, but this is what you'll be doing to me. If you keep the agreement, no war. But you attack me now, you want to kill me. You will not go there and just go and kill like 200 people for fun to retaliate to the federal government. He said it on radio. He said it on radio.
Oh,
He said it on one Hausa radio like that. Imagine terrorists that we know come on radio to talk.
Which radio is that?
I read it on Punch. He said it was on one Hausa, probably BBC Hausa or something like that.
Wow.
He said it on the show that they are not ready, that they are enjoying from the insurgency.
Taking us for a ride, like for real.
They are not the ones taking. It is the government that is
That's what I'm saying.
The government.
They are the people I'm talking about. This government, they are taking us for a ride, not just. I don't know. That's why we need to We need to change the system of governance.
See, it left to me. If I have one magic wand today, is it I cancel the total constitution, or everybody just go their separate ways? Because even if you look at Nigeria,
I don't think there's anything wrong with the constitution of Nigeria, but
there's so many abnormalities in the constitution. How can you say Nigeria will be going down the drain, and you say you is in that constitution to give past head of state is particular amount of money, no matter, even if the country is dying, you have to keep on giving them that amount of money. Go. If you see the list of what they give to ex-governors, senators and the likes, see this country, even look at the landscape, look at over 60% of Nigeria is the northern part. Who shared it? Why were those people from the other region not talking as at then? Why were they not talking? Why can you give over 60? Okay, this is a box now. They now cut half. Give it to one person. They now cut the remaining one. These 3 people go and share the remaining half. What kind of stuff is that one? So right from the inception, see, Nigerians is not. We can't even call ourselves Nigerians. Awolowo said something. He said Nigeria is not a name of a place per se. It's just like people living in this geographical location. We will call them Nigerians. There's no Nigerian identity like French, German, Spanish people. The Nigeria is just put them inside one cage, call all of them Nigerians.
Okay, lastly, let's look at diaspora. Nigerians want to vote, want to be part of the elections.
As I said before, it's actually, if that can work out, it will be very good.
Okay, look at this scenario. The scenario. People waiting for Niger.
Exactly.
That's what Nigeria did for Niger.
See, every Nigeria election in Nigeria.
The whole full country go get voter card for inside Nigeria, on top Nigeria head.
I swear.
And they will vote for the election. They go no say some people live for Syria alone, but now Nigeria they be. They say like 200 million people.
If they say like 150 million people,
it's going to be good if diaspora Nigerians vote.
Yeah.
I don't know what diaspora means because I know Bosco too much. Is diaspora the West?
Diaspora is anybody outside the shores of the country.
Exactly.
So Ghana people can vote that are Nigerians. So if you look at Nigerians spread all over the world,
Of course,
They
we
should
are all over
I
the
don't think
world.
they can accommodate. Well, they can. I don't know.
They can if they want to. It's just technology. It's technology. If
That's
they
what I'm
want to.
saying. Like if they can.
That's why you know that Nigerians are more than 200.
You see, we are more than
50
200.
million.
If our people come back home,
See,
And we they are not
especially
ready to come back.
those countries where there are more yearnings, like those places that they are yearning to actually vote, they can give them the opportunity to vote from there. It mustn't be all like maybe in Singapore.
everybody will want to. They want to use it to their own advantage. Because if they are voting from USA, they will go and bring people
Nigerians
from
in
Niger.
UK, Nigerians in US, Dubai, South Africa, they can actually vote, right? Yeah, because give them a sense of
Belonging.
let them participate, even though they are not here. They cannot come down because of elections. Some of them said they feel kill them before they go back.
Before
So they can vote from whenever they are. It will not be a bad idea.
Okay, yes, we'll spend more time. Let's close this evening. Thank you very much. Yes, Web Watch for TV. We will say, what do you call in Hausa language? You grew in the north?
She went to the north for us.
Yeah?
What do you want to
I want to
say?
say bye for now. Like.
Okay.
Say goodbye. Good night. That one is good night. Yeah, now. Say goodbye is good night.
In Akayendede, that's what the man. Rankadede. Okay, Rankadede.
Rankadede.
Yeah, till tomorrow for another exciting edition of the program.
Alright, and please don't forget that I'm still be glad. What were you thinking before? And happy birthday once again, Mr.
Yeah.
Chris.
Yeah, happy birthday to Mr. Chris. Happy birthday.
We need to talk about that. We need to talk about that right now.
Yeah.
Because as a matter of fact, you know this step was supposed to feed today.
Yeah, it should be filled with milk and honey.
Because I can't be here and I'm
as you are talking, hope you are remembering that your birthday is also.
No, you have to talk about the present. Don't be fast forwarding.
Okay.
Talk about the present
Anybody
now.
born in the month of December and you're not generous, it's God that will judge you.
Ha!
Because don't you understand? This is a month of
Being generous. Okay.
So let him talk. Wait, let him talk.
Sorry, anybody born in the month
first.
of January that is not going to do like New Year.
Wait, that one is 2023.
Yes.
We are still 2022
she was
first.
actually talking. No worry, we never even turn New Year. No?
So let him talk. Ask him.
I'm a salary earner.
Is it what?
You know I'm a salary earner.
No, it's a lie. You have a boss.
You're the boss.
You have other things they are doing aside. Which boss?
They drive cars.
Which boss? Now final go abi which one? I be like
You know, concern me.
I know the boss.
See, don't try me on the 22nd. On the 22nd, I dey wait for
10
you.
seconds.
You know, far from Nana.
I'll try my best, Chef. As a salary earner, thank you very much.
Anyways, happy birthday to you.
God bless you.
And to every other person celebrating birthday this month of December.
Happy birthday.
Chukwemeka Kamara, happy birthday in arrears. I remember your birthday was on Sunday. Happy birthday in arrears.
That is November 30.
No, 4th of December.
Wow, we are the same age. Okay, well, what wonderful people are born. Even today is Pastor Chris Oyakilome.
Happy birthday, Pastor Chris.
Happy birthday, sir.
And happy birthday to me in advance.
Kenneth Copeland.
Wait the next year now. Sean is in advance.
How is it any of your business right now? Like, I don't understand. Are you
Wait, 2023 now.
Fight. Let your birthday may not be on a Sunday when we will come work.
Now I'm Friday before.
The day we will actually be in the office. And of course,
bye. See you guys tomorrow.
Bye.
Thank you, guys.